Now we are going to the gym and I want one more thing, so I'm gonna eat an apple on the way.
1 o'clock. Wow, it is 1 o'clock and she's only had that oatmeal and an apple. That is very small.
There, that oatmeal was actually
I'm feeling like she's restricting again.
super.
I know, right? It's so good. You're gonna be obsessed with that.
Come on, she's way more excited about that. She is way more excited because that is sweet. I mean, just adding 5 bananas to your current diet will change your life and it will change your weight as well. Look, the fact is we are not supposed to be drinking the milk of a 2,000-pound mammal. And we're literally the only species who does this.
I've been loving this particular dish and I'm gonna make it for you guys. I've been loving having veggie burgers.
Hey free woman, so Stephanie Buttermore just put out a what I eat in a day video and I'm going to review it today. And if you haven't seen my previous videos on Stephanie Buttermore's all-in approach and what I like about it but why it won't work long term, then definitely check out my videos, links in the description below or in the featured cards. And as always, if you want to see more of these videos, then vote on the video. Whether it be up or down, it really doesn't matter. I don't care. Just don't be a lazy spud and sit there and vote on the video. And if you want to absolutely be your best self and lose weight and be healthy for life, no more yo-yoing, then check out the Raw to 4 lifestyle. A link to the ebook is in the description below. We've got over 30-day meal planner in this book, over 55 full color recipes. There's exercise plan, there's shopping lists, there's food pyramid. It is packed with amazing information. And I have lost over 40 pounds on a high fruit and Raw to 4 and maintained on a Raw to 4 lifestyle for a decade now. And I have many more testimonials, so this lifestyle works. Check it out, the link is in, the ebook link is in the description below. Okay, let's get on to the video.
So this is gonna come to no surprise to you that I still have Cake Pop protein oatmeal every day. I love it, and I tried to try another flavor because Pescience is releasing mint cookie. So this will be available when you guys are watching this video. Mint cookie.
I mean, honestly, how is whey protein powder still a thing? I do not know. I mean, I do know because of the marketing, but like, oh gosh.
So this tastes exactly like Girl Scout cookie Thin Mints, and I like it. It's delicious. If you love Thin Mints, you'll love this. But I love my Cake Pop so much.
Okay, so we need to talk more about this, okay? Because Steph is being sponsored by this company. She's affiliated. She's getting a kickback for recommending this product. So it's important we speak about this more. So let's check it out in detail. Let's look at the ingredients of this Pescience. And don't forget to check out my new channel, Women's Weight Loss Expert. I just put a video up, Freelee lied about her qualifications on national TV. Go and check it out. There's a link in the description below. So it's important that we look closer on what Stephanie is recommending because she's recommending to hundreds of thousands of women and she's a cancer research scientist. Let's not forget this, you know, who is passionate about helping women survive. So she should be very clued up on what she is eating and recommending to hundreds of thousands of women. Honestly, like, that should just be like the baseline, right? The absolute minimum, you know, to make sure that your recommendations are non-toxic to your audience. So we're going to have a closer look at this protein powder. Okay, so the first thing that jumps out to me here is Pescience, the brand name. And it's a smart move. It is a smart move to, you know, include science in your brand name because it is associating yourself with an area that is synonymous with authority and credibility in a consumer's eyes, when in fact the company is just a fitness supplement company. It's just marketing 101, isn't it? And a lot of people get sucked in by it. And one important thing to note here is that protein powder is actually the world's most widely consumed supplement. It is literally #1 in $1 billion industry. So, you know, their marketing budget is absolutely huge. It is huge. So that shit is everywhere. And you better believe it, they are actively funding bogus studies. The truth is, you do not need powdered bovine secretion protein in your body. It is just this cheap, cruel waste product of the dairy industry. The dairy industry basically found a way to offload their slops to uneducated humans for a premium price. So 1 scoop of this protein powder has 45 milligrams of cholesterol. Like, there is no need to ingest cholesterol from a bovine's mammary glands when the human body manufactures its own cholesterol safely. You're just adding this toxic load to your bloodstream and increasing your risk of disease. 250 milligrams of sodium. Wow, in 1 scoop is actually a lot of unnecessary sodium, which is of zero benefit. of zero benefit, and is just going to contribute to the edema and the fluid retention that Stephanie has been talking about. So it's really important that she actually reduces the amount of sodium, and she doesn't want to just take in 250 milligrams in one scoop of protein powder. And remember what we talked about recently regarding weight loss and excess sodium, how it affects overall potassium balance in your body for the day. It is not good when it comes to balancing that ratio. So I recommend that you aim, and Stephanie aims to reach the RDI of potassium, which is 4,700 milligrams per day, and hardly anyone is getting it. Something like 2% of the US and probably Australia as well is getting the recommended daily intake, and they're probably high fruit eaters. I mean, if you do this, you will likely see that your weight loss will accelerate, as the increased potassium helps the body eliminate this excess sodium and the excess water weight associated with that held up sodium in your body. I mean, just adding 5 bananas to your current diet will change your life, and it will change your weight as well. There's 130 milligrams in this protein powder in one scoop, which isn't a lot considering a single banana has 430 milligrams. So don't be scared of potassium. It is great. Get the potassium in. Let's move down to the ingredients list here. So we can see whey and casein, which are proteins derived from cow's milk. This is a huge red flag, especially seeing Stephanie is a cancer researcher. This is what just blows my mind. Because casein has been identified as a cancer-causing carcinogen. And the guy who is leading this research is Dr. Colin Campbell. He is a biochemist who specializes in the effect of nutrition on long-term health. I would listen to this guy. He is so experienced. He is a professor of nutritional biochemistry at Cornell University, and he led the most comprehensive study ever conducted on health and human nutrition over the course of 20 years. Look, the fact is we are not supposed to be drinking the milk of a 2,000-pound mammal, and we're literally the only species who does this. It's embarrassing. So further down the list here, we have this artificial sweetener, which is acesulfame K, or potassium, which is 200 times sweeter than sugar. So this ACE K is a substance I would be staying well away from. And I do easily stay away from these because I don't have this irrational fear of sugar. And neither should you. So this ACE K substance can contain this known carcinogen called methylene chloride. And long-term exposure to methylene chloride can cause headaches, depression, nausea, mental confusion, liver effects, kidney effects, visual disturbances, and even cancer in humans. The fact that it is associated with these symptoms is enough for me to steer clear. And I know that there are sugar-phobic chemical addicts who are going to argue that it is safe, but there is no way that I am going to be a long-term guinea pig for Big Pharma's experiments. No way I would risk eating that long-term several times a day. So again, Stephanie recommending this is really hypocritical, seeing she is a cancer researcher. I mean, I like the girl. Let's not make this something personal against her. I actually like her. This is about the message and how dangerous it is to her viewers. Not only may this acesulfame contain a known carcinogen, but this stuff really disrupts your metabolic processes in your body and interferes with your appetite regulation, your body weight, and your blood sugar control. So obviously this is not good if you're trying to heal your metabolism and your extreme hunger like Stephanie is trying to do. So when you ingest these sweeteners, and trust me, you're probably eating a lot of these and not even knowing it, you've got to check the ingredients. When you ingest these sweeteners, your brain awaits glucose and fructose, which is energy. Your brain is literally going, okay, here comes the sugar. But then you don't get the sugar. It hits the bloodstream and then there's no sugar. And then people wonder why they are ravenous and they binge out later. Because they are carb deficient. They didn't get the sugar, they got a chemical instead. I mean, just have the sugar, for fuck's sake. Just have the sugar. And to round up this whole protein thing, look, there is no sound scientific evidence showing that you actually need to take a protein supplement to enhance muscle recovery. It's just a well-marketed scam. All you need to do is eat adequate calories from whole foods after a workout. So you don't actually have to eat a greater percentage of protein, go from 10 to 15%. No, you just have to eat. You just have to eat enough calories in general from whole plant foods, and you are going to get enough protein by default. So it's not an increase in the ratio of protein in your diet, calories coming from protein. It's actually just eat enough calories and you will cover your protein needs whether you are a bodybuilder or not. The amount of protein needed by humans determined by extensive scientific testing is 5 to 10% of total daily calories. Yes, it's that small, and no, it does not change if you're a bodybuilder. You do not need protein supplements. Protein is the problem. Excess protein in the blood is the problem. There's actually far more dangers associated with excess protein intake than not getting enough. Look, there has never been a single recorded case of protein deficiency recorded in an individual eating sufficient calories. Ever. Ever. Not a single case of someone who is eating enough being diagnosed as having a protein deficiency. So as long as you are eating enough calories from whole plant foods, then it's impossible to be protein deficient. Stop obsessing about protein. It's honestly ridiculous. So I'm definitely disappointed here that Stephanie, compromised her morals and is promoting this cholesterol and carcinogen-filled, cruel waste product from the dairy industry for money. It's like, Stephanie, please be aware of what you are promoting, and who you are promoting it to, because this is just literally chemically engineered junk food. Okay, that's the protein talk. Let's get back to the video.
So I like this one better. I'm just gonna be real with you guys. You guys know I'm honest. So I still love this one more. It makes me so happy and I love it.
It makes me happy to see a banana in there, but not this protein powder advertisement.
Oatmeal. It tastes so good with fruit, and I add cereal to my oatmeal now. So this is a little bit different. I tried putting cereal on my oatmeal and it was life-changing. So now I do it every day.
I mean, it's great that she has a banana, but Stephanie, increase the amount of fruit, and the oats, that is fantastic as well. But there's if you have to, you can do a plant-based protein. There's so many of them now.
Okay, and this is a good one because it's nice and crunchy. And this oatmeal that I have has flax seeds and quinoa in it. That's why it looked a little bit
great source of fiber. This is really good to hear. Let's move along.
different. It's really delicious. This is meal one. So I wasn't hungry after my oatmeal, so I just kind of chilled out, and now we are going to the gym, and I want one more thing, so I'm gonna eat an apple on the way.
1 o'clock. Wow, it is 1 o'clock and she's only had that oatmeal and an apple. That is very small.
There, that oatmeal was actually
I'm feeling like she's restricting again.
super filling. I'm gonna have an apple, and then I'll eat again after my workout.
Okay, so she had a workout, so she's burning calories.
Maybe I just really love smoothies, but I love booster juice. I'm gonna get me a smoothie right now, and then we're gonna get some lunch or post-workout meal after that.
Oh, yeah. Frick yes.
I feel like this Jeff guy is not good when it comes to her all-in binging. I remember this when I was dating Mr. Former Australia. We would binge out together, and it could get ugly. So it's going to be difficult for her to stay strong while he still has his binge outs. Just something, that I've noticed in my own experience.
I always get the Tropicale, which is kale, mangoes, oranges, pineapple.
Yes, girl. Yes. Kale, mango, banana, apple, and pineapple. I'm so happy to see this. Most people don't realize that fruit is actually the #1 go-to for vitamins and #2 for minerals. It's quite literally the healthiest food on the planet for humans. So it should never, ever be restricted. Don't ever restrict your fruit intake. Fruit is just life. Fruit is life. It is a rich source of carbohydrates, phytochemicals, polyphenols, antioxidants, fiber, carotenoids. The list goes on and on and on. You're only getting benefits from fruit.
I get one almost every day. It's very sad.
That is great. Go, Steph.
Has a little bit of health in there. It's green. It's all good, and it's so yummy.
It's like we know it's healthy. We smile. We're like, we're connecting with the source. This is the health. This is health.
So we are at Pacific Poke, which is a new poke spot in Kelowna. So basically, it's like you choose a base, you choose your proteins, and then you choose your toppings. It's like Chipotle, but Asian Chipotle. You can't see it all under here. So I got spicy tuna, crab and shrimp here, and then for the
wow, tuna, crab, and shrimp. I'm definitely happy to see that there's more vegetable matter in her lunch than usual. This is great. But the thing with crab, shrimp, tuna, and a lot of sea life is it's just too dangerous to eat. It might sound dramatic, but long term, this stuff is dangerous and disease causing. It's not only in the short term one of the leading causes of foodborne illness and outbreaks in the USA, but the cumulative effect is what concerns me, you know, the long-term effects. Substances like methyl mercury in the tuna and microplastics in this sea life, you know, the sea life ingests like a lot of microplastics, like en masse. They're ingesting these microplastics, the pollution that humans have put into the ocean, and then we eat them, we cook them up, we heat up these microplastics, and then we ingest them along with this methyl mercury and a whole lot of other pollutants. Not only is it cruel food and I'm an ethical person, but I don't want to dabble in these chemicals. I don't want to make my body this, you know, experiment vessel, you know, for these chemical substances. It's just not safe to consume. It's also low in carbs, so it's low in life.
And then for the base, I have quinoa and kale under there. And then for the toppings, I have...
That is great. Quinoa is great. Kale is good. Like, it's great to see those plant foods.
seaweed salad, yumaka. What else did I get? Oh yeah, the avocado. And then there's some sprouts on top and some like crispy, crunchy wasabi stuff.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm obsessed with wasabi. I love wasabi. Who else likes wasabi? Let me know in the comments below.
That's so good. Yeah, it looks really good. I expected it to be amazing.
That's lit.
Yeah, okay, so, I mean, it's just like she's hungry, of course, but Stephanie, you gotta understand what you're eating. Look into it deeper. Go deeper. Don't just accept what people give you in a cafe, like, okay, I'm just gonna eat it because you're, like, giving it to me. It's like, you gotta think about the implications of eating these foods. Okay, so she's eating this. What's she gonna have next? Coconut milk, pandan leaf, young coconut juice. Nice.
I know, right? It's so good. You're gonna be obsessed with that.
Come on, she's way more excited about that. She is way more excited because that is sweet. It's got sweetness in it. You know, young coconut juice is like yummy. And the coconut milk is like, it's beautiful.
That's delicious.
That's because it's what her brain wants. She's like, yes! You know, she just got like this sugar to the brain. It's like, zing. You know, this is what she really, really wanted.
So good.
That made her really happy. Okay, obviously that made her really happy because that is meeting her human physiological needs more appropriately. I mean, that's great. She's having like berries. I think that's fantastic. I'm not sure whether she's doing it because, you know, it's commonly seen as like a low sugar option. Fruit, I'm not sure. You know, apple as well. It's kind of like, but this is great. I'm so happy to see that she's eating fruit, so I'm 100% supportive of her doing that. But I mean, there's not many calories in that, okay? So she's not going to get a lot of satiation. In order to get enough carbohydrates from berries, you need to eat like kilos of them. And I've done it before.
Alrighty guys, so quite a bit of time has gone by. It's currently 8 p.m. So my hunger started to pick up again. I've been mentioning this a lot on my Instagram story. I've been having one fully plant-based meal a day, and it usually ends up being my last meal of the night because
Isn't that great? Like, this is amazing. And I feel like it has been, a lot of people actually messaged me about this and said they think it's been since I've done the video, and I've been mentioning that I'm going to do a video on Stephanie a while back, and these meals have started to come in. So maybe she has been taking notice and she's like, hey, I'm going to try this. And I think this is great. Starting with one meal is awesome. Just do it. Incorporate plant-based into your life like as soon as possible, and I'm very supportive of this. And look at those potatoes. Everybody wants to eat those potatoes, right? Yum. Baked potatoes is just like, oh, I love them so much. And the burger looks good. That looks like quite a bit of patty going on there.
I've been loving this particular dish, and I'm gonna make it for you guys. I've been loving having veggie burgers, and I will show you how I make it.
That is great. It's not something that I'm into, but I mean, they look good. And, you know, maybe once in a while, like I showed another video, I will have one of these, but I always feel best when I'm meeting my needs correctly, the high carbohydrate, low fat. But this is great that she is experimenting. See these sauces? These sauces are higher in carbohydrates. These are generally sweeter, you know, sweet mustard, a sweet tomato sauce. So you need to make the connection when you're putting that much sauce on something. This is a need for glucose. This is your brain asking for fructose and glucose because we are frugivores physiologically. So the brain is saying, hey, you need more sugar. Get that sugar any way you can here. Go for the mustard. Go for the tomato sauce. So please just recognize that.
But for dessert, I am going to have a couple of
Good. She loved the burger.
these pumpkin spice faux Oreos, I guess, because
Okay, so this is just a clear sign that she needed more simple sugars from carbohydrates, okay? Like fruit is a great source of simple sugar, okay? It's not... So this is just more proof that she is not getting enough carbohydrates through her day, that she wants to have these junky, sugary snacks at the end of the day. That just means you're not getting enough simple sugars from things like fruit, for instance. You know, if you have more fruit, you're not going to even think about these at all. Like, I don't even think about them when I'm getting enough fruit. But if I'm not getting enough fruit, then my mind will go to these refined sugar and, you know, high fat kind of snacks, which are not best for your health, obviously, and aren't going to help really satisfy extreme hungers.
they're actually super good. I rated them on my food page, so if you want to check out what I rated them, go to my food page and read my review if you'd like.
Yeah, I know about the food page, and I'm not happy with Steph's hollow leg. I've already said this in another video. She's promoting a lot of ovarian cancer causing foods there, and Steph, come on, you know that what you put out is influencing your audience, so it's just, you got to be mindful of this.
Before I forget, I do want to put out a disclaimer that this is how I've been eating all in. By no means am I saying that this is how anyone should eat, how you should eat, how that person should eat, that people in general should eat this way. I'm just showing you what I'm sure you guys understand and know that, but I do have to make that disclaimer for people who might take it out of context.
So this disclaimer, I feel like this came after my videos because I am basically highlighting the fact that she's recommending these ovarian cancer causing foods by actually showing them in the videos, and that's what's happening. Okay, it's fine to put a disclaimer, but that doesn't automatically absolve you from any responsibility, you know, of what you then put on YouTube. Girls see you doing these all-in days. They see you eating these ovarian cancer-causing foods that are incredibly cruel as well. They see you eating these and you speaking positively about healing, eating this way, and then of course they want to try it as well because they're like, well, Stephanie healed eating this way and eating these foods. So it is a direct recommendation of these foods. Your influence matters. Girls are watching. You need to remember this. You know, and you have the power to change girls' eating habits for the better. Like I did myself through promoting veganism over the past decade. Veganism is basically popular on YouTube because I've been going hard at it for so long, pushing out this message. And it's a positive plant-based message. It's not disease-causing, you know? And the message that you're currently putting out is disease-causing, and please, you need to realize this. Anyway, I'm so happy to see Stephanie eating more plants, and I'd like to think that I had something to do with its influence because I made my previous videos and I've also spoken a lot about her on Instagram over the last month or two. So keep going, you know, keep going, Stephanie. I think this is absolutely amazing. Okay, so that's my video for today. If you want to learn more from me, if you want to see what I am eating exclusively to stay lean and healthy and fit, then you can join the Queen Bees group. There's a join button next to the subscribe button. You can just press that button. There's a video there that tells you more about it, and I will see you in the group. Let me know in the comments below who you want me to respond to next or whose diet you want me to review, and I will see you soon.